Luke with Hamilton RV. I'll be doing a demo of the Rockwood 2104S. Starting here, that's where you're going to manually crank your slide room. If you ever have a problem with your slide room, you can crank that in to at least close it up to get her home or to a service center. Wheel bearings should be repacked every 2 years or 10,000 miles. TV mount, the cable or coax hookup power for that. Furnace vent, it is underneath the awning. Just keep that in mind when you're putting your tables, chairs, that kind of thing out here. This rail here is going to be used for a grill or table hookup. There's an LP quick connect down here, right there. This is going to be for your stabilizing jacks. So the stabilizing jacks are only meant for stability. When you level this unit, you use your wheels by setting blocking down on whatever side is low and backing onto it with it still connected to the tow vehicle. Once you get your level set side to side, disconnect the tow vehicle, use your tongue jack to get your front to back level. Once you're good both ways, then these stabilizing jacks go down just to stabilize you from rocking and shaking. They're not meant to level. Yeah, they're not meant to level or to lift the camper. You got low point drains. They're up underneath the tin right here. They're up tight. That's a low point in your water lines. Open them caps up on there. Open the faucets. It gravity drains the system out. Not a winterize by no means. You should get on your roof 3 times a season to inspect anything that comes through that roof. You got what's called dicor around all the plumbing vents, anything that comes through the roof. If and when you find something cracked up, open underneath there, you want to clean it with an all-purpose cleaner, let it dry good, and then reapply the dicor product over top of the old stuff. It self-levels and fills them holes and voids in. This is pre-plumbed for a backup camera. That's a Furrion camera that can go in there. The cameras are nice because, especially with the bike rack back here, the receiver for that down here. The nice thing with the backup camera is it allows you to see what's going on behind you as you travel down the road, so you keep an eye on your stuff while you travel. And the other cool thing is it has audio as well, so when you're backing into your campsite, whoever's guiding you in can actually talk to you through that camera, which I think is kind of a cool feature. Outside shower here, there's like 4 feet of shower hose. Suburban water heater. This is a pressure relief valve. Relieve the pressure off the system before you pull your drain plug. Once this plug gets down to that, there's a wire in the center of that, 1/8 inch wire. This thing's going to deteriorate. This is actually called an anode rod. So this is actually in here to collect the bacteria in the water so that it doesn't deteriorate your tank. It eats this rod instead. Also, it goes in here, 1 1/16 socket fits that. Tighten that up. That's your drain plug as well. This has an electric switch down here for the water heater to run on electric or on gas. That switch, and I'm pretty sure this has a switch inside as well. They both have to be on in order for that to work on the 110 side. Again, don't leave water sitting in the tank. If it sits too long, it gets stagnant, stale. It'll start to stink. Coming around the back side here. 30 amp power supply. Your cord's going to be in your compartment here. I always recommend an extra power cord. They come with like a 25-foot extension cord. I'd also recommend an RV surge protector as well. Surge protection, I mean, you got a lot of electronics in here, and there's a lot of different styles you can get, but definitely would recommend some kind of surge protection. City water connection. This is going to be the tank flush valve, and then this is going to be for winterization. So, tank flush valve, the way that works, go to your tanks. You got this little line sticking out here, that's your gray valve. On the left, the right one here, that's going to be your black tank. So what you want to do is take your sewer hose, hook it up, put a clear fitting on your sewer hose. You're going to dump the black tank first. Once that tank is completely empty, you're going to take the hose at the dump station, hook it up to the tank flush valve. You're going to turn on that water. Basically inside that tank you got a sprayer that goes and it'll rinse that tank. You're going to run that till you get clean water through that tank, or through that sewer hose, I mean. Once that happens, just shut the water off, obviously. You pull the gray valve at the end, and it kind of helps rinse everything out. city water connection here. Water pressure regulator, something I always recommend on these. Your camper's rated for 50 pounds of water pressure. That just keeps you within that safe range. And you got your cable satellite inputs. And then this here is going to be for winterizing. So basically you'll take a chunk of garden hose, stick it on here, put it in a gallon of antifreeze. There's a valve on the inside you're going to turn, and there's a couple of valves on the water heater you're going to turn. We'll go over that more inside. Once you do that, you'll turn the pump on and just draw the antifreeze through everything. Anything that has water, okay? Slide seals, you got a bulb seal and a sweep seal here. I do recommend a spray and conditioner. It's going to clean, condition, and put a UV protection on them seals to stop them from drying out and cracking. Rails on the slide out to these square tubes. You should lubricate them as well 3 times a season. And basically what that'll do, it just stops you from squeaking and binding, that kind of thing. Here's your power cord. Storage. So your freshwater tank is here. If you're going to rust at camp, you'll fill that tank, run off your on-demand pump. The drain for that tank is down here. Freshwater drain. That white gate valve you see right there. Pull that open, it's a quick drain. It's actually a pretty nice setup. Crank handle, the small one in the front here is going to be your power tongue jack crank, and the other one's going to be your manual crank for your slide room. So this is for the slide room. This long skinny shaft, and this little one here is going to be for this power tongue jack. You got docking light switch here. This just turns on the lights on the front. Let's get it up there so you can see it. Rockwoods come with a battery disconnect switch. Get this tank cover off, it'll be easier to see. Tank cover off, just underneath this front propane tank right there, there's a switch. That'll turn. That's your disconnect for your battery. Battery disconnect switch disconnects the battery from the camper, especially when you're sitting in storage or it's going to sit in your driveway for a little bit and you're not using it. You want to disconnect that battery so that nothing drains your battery dead, because you got stuff inside that's hardwired to the 12-volt side that just draws the battery dead. You got 2 30-pound propane cylinders here, regulator on the front, arrow on it indicates what tank it's drawn from. That'll auto switch, and all that means, as long as both tanks are open, it's going to draw from whatever tank it's pointing at first. Once that tank empties, it automatically starts pulling off the other tank. The big downfall of that is you don't know when you're running out of propane, so I always recommend close one tank, run one at a time. Just, that way you know you got propane at least. This rubber cap will come out. You can manually crank this power tongue jack up and down if you need to. Up down switch. You got a light on the front. And you do got a new interstate battery in the box. You got solar wired for solar on the side here. Your front stabilizing jacks is right here in just above that solar on the side switch. Bag. You got a table here. That'll hook on the side. That bag, your power cord's in the hand. Hitch parts. Looks like your grill or griddle or whatever this one comes with is in there. You should have should be a 10-foot sewer hose and an adapter in here somewhere. Come back on this other side, maybe I just overlooked it. There. And if it's not there, I'll just go grab you one. It ain't the end of the world. I don't see it in there. Hey, is there a sewer hose and adapter for this one? I just don't see one. I don't know if you got one hiding somewhere close by.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, because this came with a battery box, so I didn't usually house.
Alright, so he's going to get one. We'll put it in there. He'll have a 10-foot sewer hose and a 30 amp to 110 adapter as well. Coming inside, this has actually got the, it's a tire, air TST is tire.
What's the one that's going with that one?
Air tire pressure monitor is what it is. Fuse panels down here. Breakers, fuses are in there. Hey, Kent. Hey. Yeah, put it back. Anyhow, the power for the radio is here. You got speakers 1, 2, and 3. Anyhow, speaker 3 is going to be your outside speaker. 1 and 2 will be inside. That should be a DVD player off the TV as well. Plays CDs, DVDs, all that stuff. And then you get over here, you can download the One Control app, and you can actually run your awning, slide outs, and lights through your smartphone. The controls and all the passwords and stuff for that is right there. And then you got battery button. We're not plugged in, so 3 lights is what you're going to get. If I were to be plugged in, 4 lights would light up indicating a charging battery. Tanks are going to be empty to full the other way. Wi-Fi booster. Oh, it's right there. The Wi-Fi Ranger. This is all your passwords and stuff for that. Water pump switches here. Then you got the gas and the electric side of your water heater, and then tank heater. Tank heater is just a 12-volt pad underneath the camper that keeps your tanks from freezing. Again, the electric side of your water heater, that electric switch, that they both have to be on. Electric in here and the one on the outside in order for that to work on hot or on electric. Light switches, and then slide room 1, or your slide in and then awning in and out. You get a bag, extra set of keys. This is whatever paperwork comes in the camper. Remote for the TV. Let me show you how this couch works. Light switch down here for up front here. This is going to be for these lights. I'm not sure why they got them off. It should be off that switch right there. So, now that I got the lights on, first thing we're going to do is we're going to jackknife the couch. So we're going to lift it up and just pull it out. It'll lay flat. Once that happens, you're going to unlock these. One there. I'm trying to do this one-handed. It's not easy, so bear with me, guys. So, while I'm right here, this is actually a lock, and you'll see when I put it up what I mean by that. Bed's down. Straps on to hold the mattress in place. Now to pick this back up to put it away, you have to pull this out, and it releases this bed. Because other than that, it won't go up like it's supposed to otherwise. I can't reach it, I'm too short. Actually, if I lift the couch up, that'll be easier. You know, putting the couch away, you always want to grab the back on the top and kind of pull it to you just a little bit. It makes the couch fold up a lot easier. This has an inverter. That's the power switch for it right there. Push that button, it'll light up green. Just let you know that your inverter's on. So I'm assuming this must be a 110 refrigerator. Or is it 12 volt? 12 volt DC. So I'm not sure what runs off the inverter. TV maybe? Bottom drawers underneath, or them 2 doors on the bottom. The one closest to the wall, to the right, is going to be your water valve and your water filter canisters in there. And the door to the left is going to be your water heater access. That's where you're going to bypass your water heater and stuff. And I got a drawing here for you. So I'll kind of go over that stuff here in a second. So anyhow, refrigerator's 12 volt. I'm not sure. The 12 volt fridges are kind of a new thing. Well, this one does have on off temp control right there. Some of these don't even shut off, they stay on all the time, which is more reason to want battery disconnect. So, foot pedal on the toilet, push down a little bit, it puts water in the bowl, push it all the way, it dumps. You do got a roof vent in here. Pull the knob down here, pull this down, it unlocks, and then twist it, and the vent goes up, as you can see. And then fan, 4 speeds, off. That's all there is to it. Oh, it's going to press on the refrigerator I'm hearing, okay. Anyhow, this is the controller for the solar. So this tells you, this monitors your solar. It tells you how much power you're getting to your battery. It'll actually shut the solar off so that your solar, you know, it'll show you. You go, let me figure. No amps being used. Your battery's 63%. You're drawing 6.6 amp or 63% with 6 amp hour draw. So it kind of goes through the monitoring system of that. The this down here is your thermostat. Temperature will adjust up and down. You adjust cool to heat. I mean, pretty self-explanatory there. Auto setting is what I recommend on the thermostat for the cooling side. Basically, on the auto, it'll automatically kick on and off as needed. Where, oh, excuse me, if you run it on the high or low setting on the fan, it's going to run on high or low all the time. Knife block on the back of the stove there, that's what them slits are for. You got a sparker all the way over to the left, and that's your sparker here. You just turn this and it sparks. Burners are in the middle, and then the last one here is going to be your oven. You're going to put it to the little line, small flame here. You're going to push it in. You're going to spark that sparker on the left. You're going to do that till it lights. Once it's lit, you're going to continue to hold this in for, I don't know, 10 seconds. Let off. It should stay lit, and then adjust to whatever temp you were shooting for. I know he said all your goodies that these come with, right here, there's a whole drawer full of stuff. Water filter, the filter wrench, whatever comes in the units in that drawer, okay? We're going to come over here, get a couple papers to go over yet. So to anybody that bought a camper from us, they get this card here. It's 10% off parts. Just present this to them with parts, they give you 10% off whatever you purchase, okay? This sheet here, basically up top's our phone number, 989-752-6262. It's just so that, you know, you can call us if you have a question. Oh, man, I can't stop doing it. Excuse me. Anyhow, call us if you have any questions, and then, you know, or if you're interested in anything we explained as we go through here. Tire torque, tire pressure, you know, this is more or less for you guys. What tank goes to what. And then on the back of this, these are the drawings I was explaining to you. So summer setup, your valves, the way that valve is pointing is the way it's open to the water heater. So yours technically has a loop on there. If the handle is pointing towards or with the line going into the water heater, then it's open to the water heater. If it's across the line and pointing at that loop that goes around, then it's bypassed. So with it going to the water heater, cold water feeds it on the bottom, hot water comes out up top. That's set up to use in the summertime. For wintertime, you close them and make it go through the loop. And by doing that, it's bypassed, so it's not allowing nothing into the water heater, nothing out. You know, by doing that, it only takes 2 gallons of RV antifreeze for winterization, rather than filling 6-gallon water heater plus, you know, the 2 gallons you need for winterizing. So Saves you a little bit of money by bypassing it. It's not hard. You got radio remote. Last thing we go over. So again, my name's Luke. 5621. I did your demo. Our phone number again, 989-752-6262. Again, if you guys are interested in anything, please let me know before you come pick up. It just makes it a lot easier to be able to install things. We have time to put them on there and not being rushed. Backup cameras, and I'm going to tell you now, prices fluctuate a lot. So this was as of December of 2020. So I'm telling you now, prices they've moved. They're either up or down. It's been like that all year so far. Everything, it just depends on where we're getting it from. Sometimes we can get it and it's cheaper. Sometimes we get it and it costs us more. So call me if you're interested in something. I can give you an accurate quote on what it would cost to have it installed. But just kind of give you an idea of some of the stuff that we do install, like a backup camera. I want to say the backup camera was like $750 installed or something like that. It was not $850. I think it's about $100 less. Slide covers, and they are sold in 6-inch increments. Just let me know. I get a measurement of the room, and I can give you an accurate quote on that of what it would cost for install. Vent covers. You have that bathroom vent there, and you have a vent over your bed. I don't think I talked about that. So the one in your bathroom has a cover. That one does not have a cover, so I would recommend a Max Air cover on there. A Max Air 1. And basically, think of this like a house. Your house has roof vents in the attic to vent the heat and moisture out. That is your vent for your house right there. That's your roof vent. So I would definitely recommend a Max Air cover on there. It allows you to leave that vent open all the time and not worry about rain and stuff coming into the vent. If you open it now and left it wide open, whatever rain, snow would come inside. The vent cover on there, they're louvered. It lets airflow in, but it doesn't allow the rain and stuff in. The way that they're louvered, all that stuff stays out. So it's definitely something I highly recommend. And again, this is pricing for that. I would go with smoke because everything on your roof is dark. I would probably do either a smoke Max Air. You can do 1 or 2, however you want to do it. The 2s are louvered better, so you get twice the airflow through them as you would a Max Air 1. So I mean, they are nicer for that fact. You get more airflow through them, but I mean overall, either one would be great, just to let the air in and breathe. Surge protection. This is a hardwire setup we're showing you here pricing on. That's a 30 amp setup on this camper, and I always recommend it with a digital monitor. By putting that monitor in there, that's how you're monitoring your whole system. And the hardwire surge protectors are considered a full hookup or full protection. So they're protecting you from a miswired pedestal. They're protecting you from a high voltage surge and a low voltage surge. So you're getting all that protection. And these are resettable. So when something happens, it comes across that monitor and says, "Hey, this code popped up," and then it'll tell you what's going on and why that happened. Whether you had a miswired pedestal, you got to hit a low surge, whatever. But it does protect your camper from that. Different bike racks, that kind of thing you can add. Paint and fabric protection is something you can do. Paint and fab goes on any vinyl, leather, fabric, or carpet inside your camper. Gives you a 5-year warranty from rips, tears, stains, burns on the inside, and on the outside, any kind of sun damage on the outside is protected under that warranty. You get 5-year warranty outside. On all your sidewalls, and your awning gets treated as well, and it's warranted as well for 5 years from any kind of sun damage. So it helps keep the bugs and stuff off. They don't stick when you travel. The black streaks will stay away. It makes it easy to clean. You still have to maintain the camper, though. You still have to wash them. You still have to caulk things when it needs it. That's part of having a camper, but it does make them look newer longer. Last thing I'm going to talk about is our extended service. Basically, the extended service, they call it a 7-year warranty. So the 7-year warranty, basically the way it works, first things first, your 1-year, Rockwood has a 1-year manufacturer warranty. So you get a 1-year manufacturer warranty with this unit. Once that warranty's up, then the extended kicks in, and you technically bought 6 additional years of coverage after the 1-year manufacturer. So they call it a 7-year warranty, but technically you're only buying 6 additional years. So you're covered for a total of 7 years under a warranty because the manufacturer warranty takes up a year of that warranty coverage. Also, you know, drawing a blank here, I'm sorry. There's 2 things I like about our extended service. Okay, one thing, first off, it covers all the major components of your camper. It's for mechanical stuff, so slide motors, mechanisms, furnace, fridge, air conditioning, water heater, water pump, all the water lines, fittings, tanks. There's parts in your suspension, parts in your hubs. TV, I believe, is covered in that. I believe the solar stuff's covered in that. So, I mean, it covers a lot of stuff. And 7 years is a long time for that stuff to be beaten up, traveled down the road. So every time you go down the road, it's like driving a house down the road. Eventually something's going to break. That's normal. It's getting shook up and beat up traveling down around the road. So 7 years under warranty, though, again, is a long time. It's something I really recommend. 2 things I like about it. One's prorated. So 3 years from now, you decide you don't want it, you cash out that warranty, get your money back. I think that's a cool feature. The other thing I like about it is it covers a mobile service. So say your slide won't come in and you're all the way up in the Mackinac City, right? You call a mobile guy up, he can come out, service your camper, get your slide room in for you. And remember, this don't kick in until after your 1-year manufacturer warranty is up. So warranty's up, you call your mobile guy, comes out, costs you your deductible, which I think he sets it at $200. And everybody's happy from there on out. I mean, it's definitely something I'd recommend. And again, if that's something you guys are interested in, give me a call back. 989-752-6262. I'd gladly go over this stuff again on the phone with you if you'd like. Again, my name is Luke here at Hamilton RV. Congratulations on your purchase, guys, and have a wonderful day.